Today we're going to be working toward Astavakrasana or 8 angles pose. So as you're ready, go ahead and get started in a comfortable seat at the top of the mat, either sitting on your heels or crisscross applesauce. Inhale to sit up tall and exhale to draw the hands to heart center, bringing the eyes closed. I invite you to set an intention for class today. We'll seal up all our intentions with 3 breaths. First, exhale all the air out of your lungs. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale, fill up. Exhale, send it out. You may begin to blink your eyes open, first gazing toward your fingertips. And we'll get started on hands and knees, with your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees directly under your hips. We'll roll through a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the tail, cow pose. Exhale, round and curl, cat pose. Again, inhale, cow pose, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, cat pose, keep the shoulders running down the back. Inhale, cow pose, chest lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, cat pose, navel in and up. This time as you inhale, find a neutral spine. And as you exhale, tuck your toes, engage the abdominals, and lift the knees off the mat for a hovering tabletop. Your shoulders are still over your wrists. You're doming out through the space between your shoulder blades. Hold here for 5. Keep breathing. 4. Gaze to navel. 3. 2. 1. Pike your hips up and back for your first down dog. Your hands are still shoulder width. Your feet are hips distance. Begin to pedal through here, bending one knee and then the other. We'll be holding each pose for a 5 count. Your job will be to get 3 good breaths. We'll continue to warm up the spine here. Please inhale, roll forward to your high plank pose. As you exhale, bend your knees, scoop your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, roll forward like a wave, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, bend knees, scoop hips up and back, down dog. Last one like that. Inhale, roll forward like a wave. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, please inhale, roll forward like a wave. As you exhale, lower the knees. Keep the hips lifted as you drop the chest and chin between the hands. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale to slide all the way to the belly. Peel up the head, neck, and chest for baby cobra. Little to no weight in those hands. For 3. Squeeze the elbows in tight. For 2. Drag the toenails down into the mat. 1. On your next inhale, press through the palms for full cobra. Keep a slight bend in those elbows. Thighs stay on the mat. For 3. Chest high. 2. Relax shoulders. 1. Exhale, lower down. Make your way back to your down dog. That is your knees down version of chaturanga. It's open to you throughout class today, so please take it as you need it. If you'd like to advance the transition, please inhale, roll forward to that high plank pose. As you exhale, shift your weight 2 inches forward, then bring a 90-degree bend into the elbows. Squeeze the elbows in tight for chaturanga. Inhale to the tops of the feet, upward facing dog, thighs lift, arms are straight. And then exhale, pike the hips up and back to your down dog. Take a full inhale and a slow, steady exhale. Then gaze forward between your thumbs and take small steps toward your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, press the palms into the shins or thighs. Exhale, fold forward, bend into the knees as much as you need to. Do that again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms rise, mountain pose, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, Samastiti, hands by your sides. Surya Namaskar, sun salutations A. Inhale, arms rise, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, plant palms, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra, full inhale. Exhale, down dog for 5. Navel in and up. 4. Look forward and make sure your index fingers are parallel. 3. Full audible breaths. 2. 1. Gaze forward, knees bend, walk, step, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise, mountain pose. Exhale, Samastiti, hands by your sides. Again, inhale, arms rise, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, plant palms, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra, shine the chest through. Exhale, downward facing dog, pike the hips up and back for 5. Set the gaze beyond the thighs or to the navel. 4. Think about wrapping the biceps forward and spinning the elbows toward the mat. 3. Think about scrubbing the limbs toward one another. 2. 1. Gaze forward, knees bend, walk, step, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise, mountain pose. Exhale, Samastiti, hands by your sides. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, arms rise, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, plant palms, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra, shine the chest through. Exhale, down dog for 5. Relax shoulders. 4. Navel in and up. 3. Full even breaths. 2. 1. Gaze forward, knees bend, walk, step, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise, mountain pose, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, Samastiti, hands by your sides. Surya Namaskar B, sun salutations B. Inhale, knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, plant palms, step or float back, chaturanga, knees up or knees down. Inhale to up dog or cobra, shine the chest through. Exhale, down dog, listen for the change. Step your right foot forward between your hands, spin your left heel down at a 45-degree angle. Rise up, warrior 1, inhale. 1 long exhale takes you down, plant your palms, step your right foot back, chaturanga, knees up or knees down. Inhale to up dog or cobra, shine the chest through. Exhale, down dog for the other side. Left foot forward, right heel down, rise up. 1 long inhale takes you to the top. 1 long exhale takes you down. Plant your palms, step the left foot back, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog for 5. Shoulders away from ears. 4. Navel in and up. 3. Think about rotating the inner thighs toward the ceiling. 2. 1. Gaze forward between the thumbs, walk, step, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Exhale, Samastiti, hands by your sides. Last one, knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, plant palms, step or float back, chaturanga, knees up or knees down. Inhale to up dog or cobra, shine the chest through. Exhale, down dog, a little faster this time. Right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, warrior one, inhale. Exhale, take it down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right heel down, inhale, warrior one. Exhale, take it down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. This is your last held down dog of class. Breathe here for 5. Maybe you can spin the elbows down toward the mat for 4. Create space between the shoulder blades. 3. Find a little cat pose in your dog pose. 2. 1. Gaze forward, knees bend, walk, step, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose, Utkatasana, and hold for 5. Peek down and make sure you can see your toes. 4. Seat low, chest high. 3. Shoulders away from ears. 2. 1. Exhale, come to stand. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Take an inhale to puff up the chest. And then exhale, fold forward with bound hands. We're going to flow. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, come to stand. Interlace fingers behind the back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. In knees bend, arms rise. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, come to stand. Interlace fingers behind the back. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Option to stay here or to come into drinking bird. Sweep the arms high behind you and come up onto your toes. Squeeze the legs together for 5. Chest high, seat low. 4. High heels here. 3. Maybe you can get a little lower for 2. 1. Exhale, drop the heels, lift the arms, and then bring the hands to heart center. We're going to twist to the right, so left elbow crosses right thigh for twisted chair. Set your gaze over your right shoulder for 5. Take a quick peek down and make sure your left knee isn't creeping in front of your right. 4. If you have any sidearm balances, you're welcome to go there now. Keep breathing. 3. Think about moving your left hip toward the right. 2. If you're in a sidearm balance, come back to twisted chair. 1. Stay twisted. Take a look down at your right foot and step your left foot back toward the back of the mat, landing in revolved crescent. Option here to open the arms for revolved extended side angle. Further option to try to drop your back heel for the full expression of that pose for 5. Wherever you are, try to stack your shoulders. 4. Tip the crown of your head toward the front of the room. 3. Full audible breaths. 2. If you're in revolved extended side angle, come up high on that back heel again. 1. Stay twisted. Keep your legs where they are. Lift your torso for twisted lunge. Arms can have a slight bend in them or they can be straight. Palms face the side of the room, fingers wide for 5. Find your balance. 4. Twist your shoulders toward the side of the room as you twist your hips toward the front of the room. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1, unwind, warrior 2, facing the other side of the mat. Right knee bends, left leg is straight. For 5, peel open the right knee. 4, peek down and make sure you can see a slither of your right big toe. 3, try to lift your back arm as high as your front. 2, 1, straighten out the front leg, maybe toe heel the back foot in 1 to 2 footprints, and then begin to cock your hips to the back of the mat as you tip your torso forward for Trikonasana triangle pose. Bottom arm can come to your shin, your ankle, or your right big toe. Top arm goes to the sky. For 5, gaze to your left thumb. 4, find a peeling open of the chest. 3, lengthen out through the right side body as much as the left. 2, 1, inhale back up through warrior 2, bend into the front knee, and then exhale to reverse your warrior. Top arm goes overhead, back arm goes down back leg or behind the back. We're coming into Ardha Chandrasana now, so cartwheel your right hand down in front of your right foot, maybe onto a block. Lift your left leg high parallel to the mat for half moon pose. Your left hand can stay on your hip or it can go to the sky. For 5. For an added challenge, gaze up to your left thumb. 4, find a lifting up through the hips here. 3, keep breathing. 2, the left leg will stay lifted for the next 2 postures. 1, exhale your left hand to your left hip and begin to dial your left hip down so it's facing the mat. Both hip bones like headlights pointing down toward the mat. Then as you're ready, bring your right hand to your hip, or you can bring your hands to heart center for warrior 3. Find length through the back leg, and then if you're ready, extend the arms out in front for 5. Find your balance. 4, gaze out in front of you on the floor. 3, option to use blocks under hands to help balance you. 2, 1, keep the left leg lifted, exhale the hands to the mat, frame out your right foot. Option for a bend in the right knee or to bring the hands to blocks for standing split. Further option to grab onto your right ankle for a balance challenge. For 5, lift the left heel high. 4, try to keep your hips square. 3, think left inner thigh to the ceiling. 2, 1, exhale to ground the palms in the mat. Inhale to look up, lengthen, and then step or handstand your way back, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra, and exhale down dog. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Then gaze forward between your thumbs, walk, step, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose, gaze to thumbs for 5. Seat low, chest high. 4, think about rocking the hips under. 3, full even breaths. 2, 1, exhale the hands behind the back, come to stand. Interlace the fingers, inhale. Exhale, forward fold with bound hands. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Exhale, come to stand. Interlace fingers behind the back. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Come to drinking bird or stay in your chair pose. For drinking bird, sweep the arms behind you and come up high on your toes. For 5, Squeeze the legs together for 4. Squeeze the ankles together for 3. Lift the belly off the legs for 2. 1. Drop the heels, lift the arms, chair pose. And then exhale the hands to heart center, twist to the left, right elbow crosses left thigh. For 5. Peek down and make sure that right knee isn't creeping in front of the left. 4. If you have that side arm balance, option to go there now. 3. Think about moving the right hip to the left. 2. If you're in that side arm balance, come back to twisted chair. Stay twisted. Gaze down at the left foot as you step the right foot toward the back of the mat for revolved crescent. Again, further option to come into revolved extended side angle by lengthening the arms and beginning to drop the back heel like warrior 1. Breathe here for 5. Try to stack shoulders for 4. Find a little up dog just behind the heart. 3. 2. If you're in revolved extended side angle, lift your back heel back up high. 1. Keep the legs where they are. Keep the twist, just lift the torso for twisted lunge. Your arms are straight or slightly bent. Your palms face the side of the room. For 5. Square your hips to the front of the room as you square your shoulders to the side of the room. 4. Keep breathing. 3. Find your balance. 2. 1. Unwind warrior 2 facing the other side of the mat. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Square up your hips and shoulders toward the side of the room, then send your gaze over your left middle finger. For 5. Peel the left knee open here. 4. Roll the hips underneath you. 3. Full even breaths. 2. 1. As you exhale, straighten out your front leg. Maybe toe heel the back foot in 1 to 2 footprints. Then cock the hips to the back of the room as you tip your torso forward for Trikonasana triangle pose. Left hand comes to the shin, the ankle, or the big toes. Right arm goes to the sky. For 5. Gaze to right thumb. 4. Peel open the chest here. 3. Find a sense of leaning back. 2. 1. Inhale back up through warrior 2. Bend into the front knee. And then as you exhale, reverse your warrior. Back hand goes down back leg or behind the back. Left arm goes overhead. Then cartwheel your left hand down to the mat or to a block in front of your left foot for Ardha Chandrasana. Lift your right leg high, parallel to the mat. Right arm can stay on your hip or go straight above to the ceiling. For 5. Think about stacking your hips and shoulders. 4. Find a lifting up through the hips. 3. Peel the chest open. 2. Think about kicking the right foot toward the side of the room. 1. Exhale your right hand to your hip and begin to dial your right hip down so both hips face the mat. We're coming into warrior 3 here, so get your balance and then bring your hands to your hips or to heart center. And when you're ready, you can extend them long behind you, airplane arms. For 5. Energy through the back heel. 4. Square up hips and shoulders. 3. Keep breathing. 2, 1. Right heel goes higher. Both hands plant to frame out that left foot, standing split. Again, option to bring a bend into the left knee or to bring the hands to blocks. For an added challenge, you can grab onto that left ankle for a balance challenge. For 5. Draw the navel in and up to get you deeper. 4. On this side, think about spinning the right inner thigh toward the ceiling. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Ditch the blocks, ground your palms, then inhale, look up, lengthen, and as you exhale, step or handstand your way back, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. Take a full inhale and a full exhale to reset. Then inhale your right heel high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, cross it under. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, gaze goes right. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, step the right foot between your hands, spin down on your left heel and unwind to warrior 2. Set up your warrior 2 so the right knee is directly over the right ankle. Make sure your stance is wide enough here. Take an inhale here. And then exhale to extended side angle. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Sweep the left arm overhead and gaze to your left thumb. It's also an option to bring your right hand to the outside of your right foot or maybe up on a block. Further option to go for the bind. If you'd like to bind, sweep the right arm underneath the right leg. Sweep the left hand behind the low back and then clasp the hands together. Further option to try to grab the left wrist with the right hand. If you've got that bind, you can stay here or you can go for bird of paradise. For bird of paradise, you're going to keep that bind. Step the left foot forward to meet the right to the top of the mat. Then as you inhale, come to stand, maintaining the bind. Once you're in that standing position, begin to lengthen the right leg long. Take a full inhale with the leg long, and then exhale, reverse the way you came. Step the right foot down, step the left foot back. Find your extended side angle. Inhale back up to warrior 2, and then exhale your hands to your hips. Straighten out your front leg. Turn the toes in and the heels out. Inhale to puff up the chest. Exhale for a wide leg forward fold. Bring the hands between the feet. For 5. Use your abdominals to pull you deeper. 4. Find the rotation in the hips here. It's okay if your knees are bent. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Inhale to look up, lengthen. Exhale, walk your hands toward your right foot. Turn your right toes to face the short edge of your mat. Come up high on your back heel. Find the squeeze between right arm and right leg. Both hands on the inside of that right foot for lizard pose. Find a lifting up through the quad here for 5. Always an option to drop to forearms or to bring your forearms to a block. And also always an option to drop your back knee. 4. Long spine, gaze out in front of you. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Ground the palms in the mat, ditch the blocks. Inhale, look up, and then exhale, chaturanga, option to float your right leg. Inhale to up dog or cobra, shine the chest through. Exhale, down dog. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Inhale your left heel high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, left knee, right tricep, cross it under. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, gaze goes left. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, step it through between your hands, drop your right heel, unwind, warrior two. Again, set up your warrior two, make sure that left knee is directly over front ankle and your stance is wide enough here. Take a full inhale and then exhale to your extended side angle. You can bring the left forearm to the left thigh or you can bring the left hand outside the foot. Further option to go for that bind with the left arm underneath the left thigh and the right hand behind the low back. If you've got that bind, option to stay there or to go for bird of paradise. For bird of paradise, step the right foot forward to meet the left at the top of the mat. Shift your weight into your right foot and come to stand, maintaining that bind. Once you're there, straighten out the left leg and hold for a full inhale. And then exhale, reverse the way you came, plant the left foot back down, step the right foot back, extended side angle. Inhale up to warrior two. Then exhale your hands to your hips, straighten out the front leg. Turn the toes in and the heels out. Inhale to puff up the chest. Exhale for a wide leg forward fold, second side. Option to take any inversions that might be in your practice here, maybe a tripod headstand or a regular headstand. Or if you'd like to, you can grab onto your shins, your ankles, or your big toes and use that leverage to help pull you deeper. For 5. Keep breathing. 4. Use your abdominals to get you deeper. 3. 2. If you're in any inversions, begin to slowly drop back down. 1. Inhale, look up, lengthen. As you exhale, walk your hands toward the left foot at the top of the mat. Turn your left toes to face the short edge of your mat and come up high on your back heel for lizard pose. Find that squeeze between inner thigh and outer arm and lift the right quad high. For 5. Again, option to drop to forearms or to bring forearms to blocks. 4. Keep breathing. 3. Try to keep your hips and shoulders square. 2. 1. Ditch the blocks, ground your palms. Inhale, look up, and then exhale, chaturanga, option to float your left leg. Inhale to up dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Then inhale your right heel high. Exhale your knee to your nose. We're going to shoot our right foot through the window of space between left wrist and left foot. Then you're going to drop your left heel like warrior two and spin your left hand to the sky for fallen triangle. Option to stay here, or if you need some extra support, you can drop to your knee. I'll demonstrate that now. If you're in fallen triangle, lift the hips high and option to come along with me for an added oblique challenge. We're going to bring our left elbow to our right knee for 5 counts, starting now. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, crunch it in for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one. Plant your right foot down, plant your left hand down, spin up onto your back toes. Listen carefully. Slide your right shin behind your wrists for pigeon pose. First, walk yourself upright. Peek behind you and make sure your left leg is long and there's no broken ankles here. Straight ankle behind you. And stay here for 3. If you need to put a block under your right hip in order to keep your hips square, please do so. For 2, lift the chest high. 1. Begin to walk yourself forward, straight arms here. Press your palms deeply into the mat to sink your hips lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, walk yourself back upright, and then exhale, ground the palms, tuck the left toes, sweep the right heel high, three-legged dog. Option to open up the hips here and bend through the right knee. Maybe you want to draw circles with your knee here. Further option to drop all the way back into Wild Thing. Wherever you are, reverse the way you came and we'll all meet back in Downward Facing Dog. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Inhale the left heel high. Exhale knee to nose. We're shooting our left foot through the window of space between right wrist and right foot. Drop the right heel like warrior two and lift the right hand to the sky for fallen triangle. Once again, you can stay here or you can drop to your knee. I'll demonstrate that now. If you're in fallen triangle, lift the hips high. Option to just stay in this static pose or to come along with me for an abdominal challenge as we crunch our left knee into our right elbow. First inhale to lift the left foot and then crunch it in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, plant the left foot down, plant the right hand down, come up high on the left heel, and then, the right heel, then slide the left shin behind the wrists for pigeon pose. Walk yourself upright first and peek back behind you, making sure that right leg is long. Hold here for 3. If you used a block on the other side, you may need to do so on this side as well. A towel is also a good option if you just need a little bit of support. For 2. And 1. Go ahead and walk the palms forward. Arms are long here. Palms press firmly in the mat to sink your hips lower. For 5. Forehead to the mat. 4. If you need a block under your forehead, that's fine as well. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Inhale, walk yourself back upright. As you exhale, ground the palms, tuck your right toes this time, and sweep the left leg high for three-legged dog. Again, option to bend into the left knee and stack the hips, flipping your dog, or a further option to drop all the way into Wild Thing. Wherever you are, reverse the way you came and we'll all meet in Down Dog. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. We're coming into our plank series now. So please inhale, roll forward to your high plank pose, shoulders over wrists. Dome out in that space between your shoulder blades and find a little cat pose, drawing the hips under and bringing the navel toward the spine. Option to drop to your forearms and hold a static plank, or option to drop to your knees and hold a static plank. Further option to come along with me. We're going to bring our right knee toward our right tricep. We're going to exhale, lower the knee toward the wrist, and then inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift it back up. 2 more. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift it back up. Last one. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, squeeze it up. Shoot that right leg back behind you. Find your high plank. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Then bring your left knee toward your left tricep. We're going to begin to lift that knee up and down. So exhale, lower the knee toward the left wrist. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift back up. 2 more. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Shoot that left foot back. Find your high plank for a full inhale. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full inhale in down dog and a full exhale. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale your knee to your nose. Plant your right knee on the mat. Slide your left knee behind your right knee. And then sit back in the space between your heels for cow face pose. Your thighs are stacked here. You can feel a deep stretch in your outer glutes. Press your hands into the floor and inhale the torso long as you exhale the chest toward the thighs. Now, if this stretch is too much for you, that's totally fine. Just come into a crisscross applesauce position with your right leg in front of your left. Plant your right hand on your right inner thigh. And then dip your left shoulder toward your left knee as you press your right thigh open. Wherever you are, hold for 5. Keep breathing. 4. Find length through the spine. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, lift the head, neck, and chest. And exhale, slowly roll down onto your back. Lengthen your left leg out long. And go ahead and lift your right knee into your chest. We're going to take hold of our right big toe with our index and middle finger. Option to use a strap around the arch of the foot instead. Plant your left hand on your left thigh. And then inhale, the head, neck, and chest lifts, forehead to shin if you can. Hold here for 5. Supine big toe hold. 4. Engage the abdominals. 3. 2. 1. Exhale, lower the head, neck, and chest, but keep hold of that right foot. We're going to bring the right foot out to the right. Our gaze will go left. If you're having trouble keeping your left hip on the mat as you sweep that right leg open, you can bring a half Supta Baddha Konasana knee into the left foot by bending the knee and drawing the left knee toward the mat. Hold here for 5. Keep breathing. 4. Find an opening through the hips for 3. 2. 1. Inhale back to center. Straighten out that left leg if you had it bent. Bring the left hand to the top of the left thigh. Lift the head, neck, and chest, knee to shin, nose to shin. And then exhale, lower your head down. We're going to take half happy baby here. So go ahead and use your right hand to grab the outer edge of the right foot. Keep that left leg long. This will help ground the hips. And hold here for 5. Feel the stretch. 4. Release tension from the shoulders. 3. Release tension from the forehead. 2. 1. Go ahead and take that big toe hold again. Straighten out the right leg. Inhale, lift the head, neck, and chest, knee to nose. And then as you exhale, you're going to lift the left leg high and use that leverage of swinging the left leg back down to lift your torso. Come to a seated pose. Great job. You can release your right leg now. We're going to go ahead and wrap that left leg around us. You can keep it straight if you like to. I usually find that it's easier to bend the left leg. And then we're going to bring the right foot planted in front of that left leg. We're going to come into a rocking of the right leg. So go ahead and hold on to the knee and the shin here. You can cradle that leg, or you can wrap the forearms underneath the leg and just rock the leg from left to right. Maybe draw circles, opening up through the hip. You can stay here, or you can come into dial pose. For dial pose, you're going to take the outer edge of the right foot with the left hand. So the left palm comes on the top of the left foot. And then you're going to sweep the right hand out to the right on a diagonal underneath the right leg. Slowly begin to straighten the right leg. And then maybe you can look underneath your left armpit. When you're in dial pose, just hold here for 2 rounds of breath. Full inhale, slow exhale. Again, full inhale, find length. As you exhale, maybe your leg comes a little straighter. And then go ahead and bend the right knee. We're going to hook that right leg over the right arm. You're going to find a squeeze of that leg over that right arm. You're going to want that knee to be pretty high up on the shoulder. And then go ahead and plant your right hand in the diamond of space between your legs. Now, I like to rest my right toes down on the mat to give me some more support and keep my leg lifted. And then you're going to finish setting up for 8 angles pose. What you'll do is you'll cross your left ankle behind your right, find a hook of the ankles, and plant your left hand underneath your left shoulder. You can also do this on blocks for an added challenge, and it can also help you lift a little bit more. But I'm not going to show you that today. We'll do that in another video. On your next exhale, engage the abdominals and begin to tip your weight forward into your hands, bringing a 90-degree bend into the elbows. As you tip your weight forward, you're going to straighten your legs out to the right side of the room, keeping those ankles crossed. Squeeze the inner thighs together. The more you squeeze the inner thighs, the easier it is to lift your hips. The more you tip your torso toward the left corner of the mat, the more likely you are to be able to lift your hips. Once you're in 8 angles, hold for a full inhale and a full exhale. We'll give you one more inhale and one more exhale to release. If you know the transition through Ekapada Konasana, you can do that. But if not, we will all meet in our downward facing dog. For the other side, go ahead and inhale the left heel high. Exhale the left knee between the hands. Slide the right knee behind the left and then sit down in the space between your heels for cow face legs. Go ahead and squeeze the ankles out wide here. Inhale the chest high and then exhale the chest toward the legs. Again, if this is too much of a stretch, just come into crisscross applesauce with the left ankle in front of the right. You'll bring the left hand to the top of the left thigh and then press your right shoulder toward your right knee. Wherever you are, breathe here for 5. Find length for 4. 3. 2. And 1. Inhale, lift the head, neck, and chest. And then exhale, roll down onto your back. This time your right leg will go long. Your right palm will be on top of your right thigh. You'll bring your left knee into your chest and hold onto your big toe with your left index and middle finger. Coming into big toe hold here, straighten out that left leg. And then inhale the head, neck, and chest, forehead to shin if you can. For 5. Engage the abdominals. 4. Keep breathing. 3. 2. 1. Exhale, lower the head, neck, and chest, but keep hold of that big toe. Gaze goes right, left leg goes left. Again, if you need to balance out the hips with a bend of that right knee, go ahead and do so. But keep your right hand on your right thigh. For 5. Relax shoulders. 4. Breathe full. 3, 2, 1. Inhale the left leg back to center. Go ahead and lift the head, neck, and chest for big toe hold, forehead to shin. And then exhale, lower down. Bring a bend into that left knee for half happy baby and grab onto the outer edge of the foot with the left fingers. Hold here for 5. Breathe full for 4. Find an opening of the hips for 3. 2. 1. Inhale back to big toe hold. Left leg lengthens. Grab onto that big toe. Lift the head, neck, and chest. And then prepare here. Lift the right leg high. And then karate chop the right leg down to lift your torso into a seated pose. Now that you're in that seated pose, go ahead and wrap the right leg around you, bending into that knee. Again, you can keep that leg straight if it's more comfortable. I tend to find it easier to keep that right knee bent. And then we're going to grasp on to the left shin this time, cradling it and rocking it back and forth. Or you can hook the forearms underneath the shin and rock that way. You can stay here and work on bringing the shin toward the face, or you can come into dial pose. For dial pose, you're going to grab onto the left foot with the right hand, planting the palm of that hand over the top of the foot and the fingers around the long edge of the foot. Then slide the left hand out on a diagonal underneath the left leg and begin to straighten the right leg as you look under the right armpit. Hold here for a full inhale and a full exhale. And then go ahead and bend that knee, draping the left leg over the left arm, as high up as you can here. Find that squeeze of the left leg on the left arm. And then plant the left hand in the window of space between your thighs. Again, make sure the left ankle is in front of the right ankle this time. And go ahead and plant your right hand underneath your right shoulder. I like to use my left toes as a kickstand on the mat as I'm getting set up here. You're going to exhale to engage the abdominals. And then as you inhale, rock your weight into your hands, chaturanga arms. Straighten out your legs, squeezing the thighs together. Torso goes forward. We're going to hold for a full inhale. Think about squeezing the elbows together. And a full exhale. Again, think about straightening the legs as much as you can and squeezing them together as you inhale. And as you exhale, think about moving your body to the left corner of the mat. Okay, go ahead and come out. You can Ekapada Konasana if you know that transition. If not, just make your way to down dog. Take a full inhale. And a full exhale. Then gaze forward between your thumbs. Walk, step, or jump through to a seat. Inhale the arms overhead here. Exhale for a long forward fold. For 8. For 7. 6. Keep breathing. 5. With your inhales, find length. With your exhales, get a little closer. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, the head, neck, and chest rises. Exhale, release the arms. We're coming into Janu Shriyasana, so go ahead and bring the right foot, the sole of the right foot, to the left inner thigh. Press that right knee open. Square up over the left leg. Then inhale the arms overhead and exhale to catch the shin, ankle, or foot. For an added challenge, try to catch the right wrist beyond the foot with the left hand. For 5. Try to keep your shoulders square. 4. Full, even breaths. 3. 2, 1. Inhale to look up, lengthen. Exhale, release the arms. We're coming into Marichi A now. So go ahead and turn the knee up to face the ceiling. You're going to want some space between your right foot and your left leg. About 2 to 3 inches of space there. Now there are 2 ways to do this pose. You can go for a forward fold here on the inside of the right knee and catch the shin, ankle, or foot. Or you can try for a bind. For a bind, you're going to use your left hand on your right shin to help sweep your right arm forward toward your left toes. And then as you exhale, wrap your right arm around your right shin toward your low back. Then go ahead and sweep the left arm forward toward the left toes, all the way around your back towards your right shoulder blade. Slide the hands together at the low back, catching them there. For 5. Think about tipping the torso toward the leg. 4. Try to stay square in the bind. 3. Flex through the long-legged foot. 2. 1. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, release. Coming into Marichi C now, go ahead and plant that right hand beside the right hip. Fingertips point toward the back of the room. Inhale the left arm high, and then exhale, take the left elbow across the right leg for a twist. If this is too much, you can hug the right knee into the chest instead. If you'd like to go for a bind here, you can. For 5. 4. Keep breathing. 3. Sit taller. 2. 1. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release for the other side. Go ahead and lengthen the right leg. Bend the left knee into the chest, bringing the left sole of the foot into the right inner thigh for Janushriasana. Square up over the right leg. Inhale the arms overhead, and then exhale, catch the shin, ankle, or foot. This time for an added challenge, try to grab the left wrist beyond the foot with the right hand. For 5. Breathe full. 4. Try to drop the left shoulder in line with the right. 3. 2. 1. Inhale to look up, lengthen. Exhale, release for Marichi A. Turn the left knee up to face the ceiling this time. Again, you're going to want a few inches of space between the left foot and the right leg. You can inhale the arms high and exhale to fold to find the shin, ankle, or foot on the inside of the left knee. Or to go for that bind, you'll place the right hand on the left shin and use that leverage to help pull your left hand close to your right foot. Then once you're there, sweep the left hand around your left shin behind your back. Stretch the right arm high on a diagonal, and then exhale, reach for your left shoulder blade, then glide the hands together behind the back. For 5. Try to fold forward. 4. Keep breathing. 3. 2. 1. Inhale to look up. Exhale to release. Coming into Marichi C here, go ahead and plant your left hand beside your left hip. Fingertips point toward the back of the mat. Inhale the right arm high, and then exhale for that twist. Again, option to hug the knee or to take a bind. For 5. Breathe full. 4. Sit up taller. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, release. Go ahead and lie down onto your back for back bends. You can bring your knees to point up toward the ceiling here and go ahead and walk your feet in close enough that you can touch your heels with your fingertips. Option for supported bridge with a block under your sacrum, or for full bridge, go ahead and inhale, lift the hips to knee height. Option to walk your shoulders underneath you and to clasp your hands behind your low back, pressing the forearms into the mat. For 5, create space between chin and chest. 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower down. We'll do 2 more back bends. You're welcome to take another supported bridge or another bridge pose, or to go ahead into Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. For Urdhva Dhanurasana, plant the hands behind the shoulders and press down into the feet as you inhale to lift on up. For 5, step down into the feet in Urdhva Dhanurasana. 4, think toes a little in, heels a little out. 3, press your chest through your arms. 2, 1, exhale, gently lower down. Prepare here. We're going to do 1 more back bend. On your next inhale, lift on up for 5. Full even breaths. 4, step down into the feet. 3, feel like you're kicking your heels toward your hands to engage your hamstrings. 2, 1, gently lower down. Go ahead and knock the knees from left to right if you need to release the spine. And then as you're ready, slowly roll up. We're going to come into an easy forward fold. So inhale the arms overhead, and then exhale, catch the shins, ankles, or feet. You may not go as deep as you did the first time. That's totally fine. Just stay here for 3, for 2. Last 1. Inhale, head rises. Exhale, release. Go ahead and lie all the way back down again, coming into shoulder stand or legs up a wall. For legs up a wall pose, go ahead and place your block or towel or pillow underneath your sacrum and send both heels to the sky. Further option to actually use a wall and slide up right up next to the wall, sending the legs up the wall, hence the name. If you'd like to try shoulder stand, you can squeeze the elbows in close beside you, then roll the feet up over the face as you plant the hands on the low back. Squeeze the elbows in tight here and draw the toes away from the face so that they're stacking directly above the hips. You're going to want those hips to be directly over the shoulders. Hold here for 5. Work to find a lifting up here. 4, gaze to navel. 3, squeeze the legs together. Energy through the toes. 3, think about spinning the inner thighs toward the wall behind you. 2, 1, option to drop the toes beyond the face into plow pose here. Keep your hands on your low back unless your toes touch. Hold here for 3. Just 2. 1, soften the knees, ear pressure pose. The knees clasp onto the outside of the face. For 3. Eventually the shins touch the mat. 2. 1, gently roll on out for fish pose or a heart bench. For a heart bench, you can place a rolled up towel or a block directly under your shoulder blades. Lift up, place that block underneath your shoulder blades, and then gently melt over that block until the crown of your head touches the floor. If your head does not touch the floor, option to place a second towel or a second block underneath your head. If you'd like to go for fish pose, press down into the forearms to help shape the spine, lift the chest up high, and then tip the head back until the crown of the head touches the floor. Once the head touches the floor, go ahead and lighten the arms. Eventually the arms will lift up, and eventually the legs will lift up. For 5. Lift the chest higher. 4. Straighten out the legs, squeeze them together. 3. Keep breathing. 2. 1. Inhale, the chest lifts, then the head lifts. Exhale, lower down. Coming into Supta Baddha Konasana for our pranayama breathing practice. Go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. We'll bring one hand to our belly and the other to our heart. I'm going to count for you, and you'll inhale or exhale for the duration of my count. We inhale for 4. For 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full inhale, full exhale. Again, full inhale, full exhale. Go ahead and lengthen the legs out long. Let the heels flop open. Let the arms be wide here. Walk the shoulder blades underneath you. Relax your forehead and set up for Savasana, final rest. I'll lead you out. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Maybe make small movements with fingers and toes. Maybe draw circles with ankles and wrists. Reawaken the limbs. Reawaken the breath. When you're ready, stretch your arms long overhead to the wall behind you. Stretch your toes down long in front. Inhale here, and then exhale to your favorite side. The right side tends to be more restful, the left side more energizing. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to class today, for finding lightness and balance and relaxation in your Savasana. When you're ready, with as little effort as possible and with eyes still closed, rock yourself up to a seated pose facing the front of the room. We'll bring our hands to heart center. Inhale, shoulders rise. Exhale, draw them down the spine. Keep them there. Inhale, sit up taller. Exhale, chin to chest. I'd like to leave you with the Mangala mantra, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May beings everywhere be happy and be free. We bring our thumbs to third eye center, our seat of intuition, and bow forward to say Namaste.